Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, I bring to you House Bill 2557A, the Faculty and College Excellence Act, also known as FACE. It comes with the unanimous approval of the House Education Committee and the Education Subcommittee of Ways and Means, and with all but one vote in support from the full Committee on Ways and Means. As you can see, it's a consensus bill that has come a long way. It's a good bill and an important one, vitally important for those directly affected by it. The bill provides that part-time faculty at institutions of higher education are eligible for the same health care benefits as full-time faculty if the part-time faculty member is eligible for membership in the Public Employee Retirement System, PERS, by teaching at a single institution or at multiple institutions at a qualifying level. The bill requires these part-time faculty to pay all insurance premiums for health care benefits unless otherwise provided for by the institution or by a collective bargaining agreement at the institution. House Bill 2557 also requires the State Board of Education, State Board of Higher Education to establish baselines and conduct annual reviews of institutions regarding full-time and part-time faculty and report that data to the Legislative Assembly and Governor. Colleagues, as many of you know, over the last 2 decades, higher education, particularly community colleges, have become increasingly reliant on part-time faculty, also known as adjunct or contingent faculty. The model of using adjunct faculty had its start in the vocational or career professional areas of the institutions, those areas where working professionals were invited in to share their expertise and their experience. However, over the years, and essentially due to budgetary constraints in the community colleges, they have come to dominate in the college transfer and remedial areas. 2/3 of the faculty and more than half of the courses are now taught by part-timers, particularly in the urban areas of the nation, and this is also true in Oregon. These faculty are equally credentialed with their full-time colleagues, and they are excellent teachers. However, they are paid much less, with few benefits, and they have little job security. As a result, many of them have to teach at multiple institutions, making ends meet by combining work at multiple colleges and universities. They're often known as freeway flyers. This creates significant problems for the institutions and for students to have access to their teachers outside of class. And it, of course, creates problems due to lack of fairness and equity for the teachers. Many of them are, in fact, teaching full-time and more than full-time, but their work is spread out over multiple institutions. They love to teach, and we need them badly. Believe me, and I know this from direct experience over many years, they make this seriously underfunded system work. But eventually, many of them are forced to leave, and the determining factor in their having to leave is often access to insurance, to a group plan, even on a self-paying basis. Hence this important bill. Having access to a decent group plan is of huge importance to these teachers. Colleagues, this bill had its genesis in a multi-year nationwide effort to address this problem, the problem related to the growing number of part-time faculty, by a number of groups under the leadership of the American Federation of Teachers. It's a problem that was long in being created, tied to the erosion of public investment in higher education, and it's a problem that will not be solved overnight, certainly not in light of our current budgetary limitations. But there are some things that we can do in the short run at little public expense, and that's what House Bill 2557 is all about. So on behalf of these faculty, the faculty who will be helped by this bill, I really want to extend my appreciation to those who helped make this into a workable bill. Representatives from the community colleges, PEB, OEB, PERS, and OUS, and especially to the good representative from the Dalles. my colleague on the House Education Committee, who is a veritable locksmith on this issue, helping me to separate out what was essential and doable from the broad array of challenges that these teachers face. Colleagues, this is a bill that you can feel very good about supporting, and I urge and I vote.
Further discussion, Representative Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the bill.
To the bill.
Colleagues, this is an incredibly important bill to me.